There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who believe that greatness is reserved for the naturally gifted, and those who believe that with relentless effort, hard work, and perseverance, anyone can achieve greatness. While there are rare cases where natural talent plays a defining role, take the Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps, for example. His unique genetics, from his wingspan to his lung capacity, made him physically suited for swimming. If just few genetic factors had been different, he might not have been the legend we know today. That's a fact. But for most people, greatness is not a product of genetics. It's the result of sheer determination, effort, and continuous learning. The ability to push beyond failures, adapt, and commit to lifelong improvement is what truly sets high achievers apart. Welcome to Learning to Earn, and today's lesson is developing a growth mindset. I am going to share with you 3 key aspects of a growth mindset. So at the end of today's lesson, you would have grabbed what it means to have a growth mindset. So stick to the end. This is the second lesson in our curriculum. So if you missed the first one, just check the link in the description. You can get access to it. So let's go. What do you think is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. One who has a fixed mindset will believe their abilities are static, while those with a growth mindset embrace challenges, learn from failures, and see effort as a path to mastery. I am going to walk you through the 3 key aspects of a growth mindset. And the first one is continuous learning. This is the key to growth. You can think of learning as a lifelong process. It doesn't end in school. It doesn't end in taking a course. Everything around you, you can learn from it. You can learn from them. Look around you and pick someone who is successful, who you think is successful. Just look at their life. You will see that they constantly seek new knowledge and skill. If you don't have any successful person around you, then you need to do something about that. Because you are a summation of your mindset and the people around you. So to ensure that you've set yourself up for continuous learning, you need to adopt a learning habit. I don't want to spend all the time talking about learning because it is lengthy, but I have created a document that would help you build a learning habit. All you need to do is check the description, download it, and swipe through. Practice what is being said there, and you will be able to build a learning habit. But for the sake of today's lesson, I am going to mention just one thing. I want you to take one thing from today's lesson. For you to set yourself up for continuous learning, you must surround yourself with people who challenge you intellectually. I have seen people who just surround themselves with people that don't challenge them intellectually. And that's wrong. You remain static. You need to constantly put yourself in rooms or in spaces where the people there, you can learn from them. It conditions your mind to always want to learn. Let's move on. The second key aspect of developing a growth mindset is adaptability. You need to learn how to thrive in uncertainty. The world is changing at a very fast pace. So if you don't learn how to adapt, you will not survive. So see it as a survival skill. A perfect example is Netflix. I love to read biographies of great people and great companies. Netflix started as a DVD rental company. And when they observed that the world is tilting in the direction of streaming, they adapted. And today, if not the best, if not the top, they are amongst the world's top entertainment platform. Almost everyone has Netflix, whether you enjoy it or not. So they are up there. And here is how to develop that skill, that survival skill. Be open to feedback. You cannot get all defensive when someone is trying to tell you, oh, you can do this better, or there's a better way to do this. You don't get all defensive. It locks your mind. It locks your mind from growing. So you want to be open to feedback. 2, embrace change. See change as a chance to grow, not something to fear. The world is constantly moving, so change is a constant. So you need to embrace it. 3, and the most important, stay curious. Ask, what else is possible? How best can I do this? Is this the best I can do? Ask, be curious about yourself, about things that are happening around you. It helps you to adapt. The third and the most important key aspect of developing a growth mindset is resilience. This is one of the key traits of successful people. If you are like me, who spend time reading and learning from these people, you will see it that there is one thing that is common: resilience. Resilience is important because there is no success without failure. To some people, failure is the opposite of success, which is wrong. It is actually a part of success. Have you heard a success story without failure? It feels incomplete. So it is a part of success. And the best way to build resilience is to reframe failure. So when you encounter a roadblock or a challenge, or you get to a point you feel like you failed, instead of saying I have failed, say I have learned. A practical example is when Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, and people kept saying, oh, you failed 1,000 times, and he had to correct it and say, I have not failed, I have just found 1,000 ways that won't work. That is a different mindset. So here are tips to help you build resilience. 1, celebrate progress. It doesn't matter how small it is, how the effort is small. It doesn't matter. As long as you've set your milestones, you've hit the first one, celebrate it like you've gotten the whole thing. Because yes, you are on a path, you are on a journey. So you need to celebrate that you've made this step, because some other person haven't made that move. The second thing is take responsibility. I see a lot of people try to blame others when they encounter a problem. You need to stop that today. Sit down and analyze it. Analyze what happened. You need to own your mistakes. It puts you in a position to improve. And the third and most important of them all is practice self-compassion. You could blame yourself to the point that you become unkind to yourself, which is completely bad. So what you want to do is to speak to yourself as a friend, not a critic. You know how you speak to a friend and the friend will tell you the truth, but tell you in a kind way. If you don't have friends that speak to you like that, please, you need to change your friends. So most times a friend, the definition of a friend is that person who will be there for you when things go south, and be able to tell you, this is where I think you made a mistake, and this is how I think you can improve. You are doing well, you can be better. So you need to talk to yourself like that. That is a way of practicing self-compassion. I cannot end today's lesson without giving you an example of someone who is the definition of resilience. I read a story and it inspired me. If you are yet to read the story of J.K. Rowling, you need to read. This woman wrote Harry Potter. The first manuscript she wrote, it was rejected 12 times. Some told her that it's children's book and it wouldn't make money. You know what it means to be rejected 12 times? But she kept going. Imagine if she had given up the 12 times. The 12th time, do you think we would have the Harry Potter books, the collection? Do you think we'll have it today? No. She didn't give up. She kept going over and over. There are 3 activities I want you to practice. Activity 1, you need to identify and reframe a fixed mindset thought. So if you tell yourself, I am not good at public speaking, you need to reframe it. Reframe it into a growth mindset statement. I may struggle with public speaking now, but I can improve with practice. Activity 2. Decide you want to learn a new skill. Pick one that you want to learn. Spend your day, every day, even if it's 15 minutes, spend it learning. Be intentional about it. Track your progress and share your experiences. Share your experience with people. Share your experience online. Let people know about your learning journey. Activity 3. Think of a time you failed. You failed at something, or you hit a major roadblock and you felt like, man, I need to quit. Think deeply and ask yourself, what lesson did I learn from this? What lesson was I able to learn from this challenge? Now ask yourself, how can I use that lesson to move forward? When you are intentional about these 3 activities, you have set yourself up for growth. And remember, growth only happens when you step outside your comfort zone. So take this lesson serious and set yourself up to succeed. Thank you.